Hello everyone, welcome to day 10 of our Power BI course. In today's class, we are going to learn about aggregate functions. Aggregate functions are very important in Power BI because they help us summarize large amounts of data into meaningful informations. For example, wait, I will write in whiteboard so you will better understand. Okay, I have already written total sales, average profits, maximum salary, minimum price, count of customers, all these All these calculations are done using aggregate functions. Okay. Now what are aggregate functions? Aggregate functions are functions used to perform calculations on multiple rows of data and return a single result. Example, wait, I will write here. If a sales table has 1,000 rows of sales data, some gives total sales, right? Some gives total sales. Average gives average sales. Average gives average sales. In the similar way, maths gives highest sales value, right? Highest sales value. And min gives lowest sales value. Min gives lowest sales value. And count gives what will happen if you recount. You need to answer this. Number of records. Number of. Okay. So these are aggregate functions, guys. Sum function, average function, maximum max function, min function, and count functions are the aggregate functions, guys. So common aggregate functions in Power BI I will explain now. Common aggregate functions in for Power BI. In that, first example is that is a very common function, sum function, guys. Sum function. What it will do? It is used to calculate total values. Understand, right? For example, see sum sum equal to h1 plus h2 plus so on like this plus hn up to hn we can write. So this is called sum function. We don't know how many elements we can draw. That's why that is the reason I put hn rays. So this is the sum function. In DAX, what is the formula for sum function? If we read total sales, for example, I'm saying total sales equal to sum of is equal to sum of sales in the sales table. In the sales table, what is the column here? Sales amount. I mean, which column we have been in Power BI, that column we have to write here. In my table, sales amount is the column name, so I have written like this. Sales amount we can write like this. Better don't use spaces in the column space. If you put spaces, it will give error after in Power BI. So at that time you won't solve the issue, guys. That's why my suggestion is put underscore here. If any space are there, put underscore. Underscore it might will not much differ, right? It will not show much difference in the sales space amount and sales underscore amount. That's why it gives underscore here. So here another bracket is also there because out of sales, for sales this is the bracket and sales amount this is the bracket price. So that's what, right? Now this formula adds all values from the sales amount column. Okay, this is the dash function. Total sales equal sum of sales amount. This is the dash function. So this formula adds all values from the sales amount column. Now I will explain about average function. Okay, I am keeping aside here this formula. Now average function raise. Come to average functions. In plus two of your college, you have already written all these functions: sum function, average function, and count function, maths function, minimum function. All functions you have already read, but you need to polish your knowledge. Okay, that is the reason I'm explaining each one in detail, guys. Okay, no issues, right? Now I will explain about average function. It is used to find average value. Formula for this is, formula will give you now. Formula for average function. Average equal to sum of value by number of values. Sum of values divided by number of So this is the formula test. For example, we have like x1, h2, h3. Three elements are there. If you want to find the average, what is the average? Average equal to average of that value equal to h1 plus h2 plus h3 by h1 plus h2 plus h3 base. So that is the average function. If you got the difference between sum of values and number of values, you can understand, you will write this. So no worries on that. Okay, average function is that's it only, guys. This is the second function. Now I will explain about third function, guys. Third function is very important, that is count function. Count function, for which purpose we will use the count function, guys? The count function will help to count all the elements in a particular column. Okay, it is used to count number of rows or values, guys. The formula is very simple. I will show here formula. Formula for this, guys. It counts how many orders are available in the table, in a particular table. That is the count function. Count function formula is, right. count equal to n. Only simple formula address, that's it only. For example, see, I will write the DAX function for this. DAX function for the count function is total orders. Said right, understood, we have to give no spaces for the column name space. Column names or DAX also, it is better to use underscore only. Total orders equal to count of sales of order ID. I said right, don't use spaces for the column names or in table names. We should not use spaces, we have to use underscore raise. In Power BI also, don't use spaces in the column names or any names, particular names, we use the underscore only days. If we do not use underscore, it will use errors in the Power BI does. In the Power BI desktop, while we are creating visuals, at that time it will show some confusion and it will throw some errors. So better to use underscore for every time. Okay, and don't use duplicate column trace. If the order ID should be one only, okay, order id or some any count function also one function only we have to write. So don't use duplicate column space, because in the companies, one power bi function, power bi might use many employees days. For single project might use many employees. So if you if you're getting confused, most of the employees will get confused days. So for that reason you should use standard formless race. Jace. Okay, understood, I think so. Okay. Now I will explain about maths function race. Here no capital letters. Only small letter I have given. So which column name should be particular for the we the same column name should be there in Power BI desktop guys. If you change it the column name, it will throw us an error race. So you need to particular about this. In interviews also, I noticed that many people's wrong datum in the column name stage. So for that reason, you need to particular in column name stage. It counts how many orders are available in the table. Now I will explain about maths function race. Fourth one is maths function. Maths function means what will it will returns? It will returns highest value days. As it name, it is suggesting that maths function means maximum value. Maximum value means in the sense it will throw an highest value as. Formula for the maths function is formula for the maths function. Maths of h1 comma h2. These are the column name states. So on up to h1 raise. So this is the formula race. Then it will throw the maximum value of the particular column race. The DAX function for maximum value race. For example, if you most of the reports they will ask maximum sales race. Maximum sales equal to max of sales table, right, in that sales column. So sales amount. Sales amount should be in the square bracket space. So here another bracket. So this is the formula race. For maximum of sales amount. Sales is the table name and the sales amount is the column name. Then it will returns the particular column. It will see the particular column and it will calculate the maximum sales of that particular column guys. In that you need to think guys. All these functions you have already written and you have already read in intermediate first year or second year days, so no worries on that. If you polish your knowledge, then it will be you can get easily guys. So maximum, okay, maximum is finished. Now minimum function guys, this is the minimum guys. This is the fifth one. Fifth one, min function. Min function, it will returns the lowest value as I already said right here. Minimum price means the lowest price. In the same way, minimum function means the lowest value. It will throws a lowest value of the particular column race. The formula I will written in here. Formula for the min function is min h1. This is similar to, this is the simple to remember race. H1 comma h2 comma so on up to h1 race. That's it only. This is the formula. The formula for minimum function is similar to maximum function only, but only the maths is changeable. Yes. Here we used maths function. That's why we wrote maths, and here this is the minimum function. That's why that is the reason we wrote minimum function here. Yes. Only that is the only we have difference. So in dash function, how we can return minimum sales, minimum sales equal to min of sales table. This is the table name. Next column name. What is the column name? Sales amount, right? Sales. So this, that's it guys. It shows the minimum sales amount. Okay. Now we will explain the practical demonstration guys for this chapter. Opening the new text. Okay. First step is open Power BI desktop I'm saying about the practical demonstration. Open Power BI desktop. Then step 2 is go to no. Load your sales data. I have already written right. Load sales data. Just verify whether it is loaded or not. Sales data. That's why I am saying that load your sales data. Better to copy here and paste it here. Step 3 is go to report view. Go to report view. Step 4 is I will explain the practical demonstration also just for you. Select card visualization. Select card visualization. I mean which card we want that card we need to select guys in the visualization panel. Visualization. In the step 5, this is the last step. Okay. Drag sales amount field into the card. Drag sales amount field. Just practice in your home base. Card. By default, Power BI automatically creates some aggregation. If we no need to select all these trays, it will select. Power BI automatically create some aggregation. Okay. If the Power BI doesn't create the some aggregation, you need to create this. So it's better to learn how to create manually this. Only that's it, this. Now I will explain how to create measures trace now. Creating a measures now. I will explain. Now let us create our own measures. First you need to go to home tab. Go to home tab and then you need to click on the new measure trace. For example, you wait. I will show you in Power BI Desktop how to create measures. Here, first you need to go to Home tab. It is already in the Home tab, so no need to click on here. After that, you need to click on the New Measure as. See where it is New Measure. Here it is shown. It will shown in calculator form. Okay, just click on that. It is
working
loading.
on it.
It is okay. It see here measure equal to is there, right, and it is highlighted. So in it you can click backspace here once. Now you can create a measure as. Like see total profit. I want to know total profit. Total profit. Total profit equal to sum of see it is shown some similar. If you don't want to Select you can continue for typing days. Sum of sales of profit. If you after typing this, just click on or just press enter button press. That's why. See here it is loading, and see here total profit is there. So like that you can create a measure as total profit. Okay. Here press enter, and after that it will create the measure automatically days. So now I will explain a real time example, real time business example days. Just take some screenshot this step because I am erasing now. Just click on the pass button and you can take a screenshot guys. What I erased all. Now I will explain about real time business examples. Okay. I will explain about real time business example. Okay. In the left side I am putting function option. So function is in the left side and business line is in the right side days. It means I will explain the functions days, and in the right side I will explain the corresponding business function. It means in which areas it is using, we can use like that. Okay. In the function, let us say first function sum function. Okay. Business line we can write like sum function. Which areas we can use sum function like that? Think like that, guys. What a total revenue, right? Total revenue. This is just for explain. That's why I did not understood here. I just use space. Okay. Thanks for your understanding, guys. Now we can take average days. For average customer spending. Average customer spending. In that scenario, we can do average function rate. Means if you want to know how many customers, means how many customers is spending. If you want to average spending customer, then we can do average function days. Okay, in that area we can give average function. Now count function days. Count function in a business line, just we can take like number of customers. Number of customers. See, if you are working in any Geo company or Reliance company, if you want to know how many customers are there, we can do count function days. Okay, number of customers. Okay, count function is also okay. Next, two little functions are there: math function and min function. Maths function is where we can give maths function here is highest sales. If you want to know highest sales, then We can do math function also. And if you want to know highest sales in a company, then we can do math function raise. Min function. This is also lowest sales. Lowest sales in a day, like that. We can give lowest sales in a day. In a day we can take this is also highest sales in a day. So this is the real time business example guys. Okay, that's it I think. Okay, now I will explain what is the important interview questions. If you are attending any interview, then you must answer these questions guys. Now I will explain important interview questions. Okay. What is the difference between sum and count function? What is the difference between sum and count function? I think most of them can say this question, guys. This is the most interview question you need to answer. Sum adds. Here I am explaining answer here, guys. Sum adds numerical values, right? Numerical values and count adds number of records. Count adds number of records. Both are adding only, but sum will adds the all the numerical values, but count will adds the number of the particular column space. Number of records. Okay. Okay. So this is the answer. Is sum. What is the difference between sum and count function? If interview asks like this, you can simply say that sum adds numerical values, count adds number of records. Okay. Just if you want any interview questions, just tell me in the comment box. Yes, I will give the most important questions. If you prepare those, the interview might ask only those interview questions. Yes, so don't bother on that. Okay. Now I will explain. I will use some tips for you guys. Tips for students. Okay. Aggregate functions are used. Just take screenshot this one I said. Okay. Aggregate functions no need no. Now no need this. After writing only you can take screenshot this. Aggregate functions are used in almost every report. Next, they are important for dashboards and KPIs. Days. They are very important. Just an important for dashboards and KPIs. If you want, if you want to know what is dashboard and what is KPI, you can simply Google it here. Race just dashboards. Okay. See here dashboard. Okay. If you just click on the Google, it will show some dashboards race in images. I am saying about in images. If you want this, just click on the images and see this is the dashboard. Okay. The dashboard looks like this, guys. This is the data dashboard. So if you click on the dashboard in the Google Images, then it will show number of records days. So don't be take any confusion days here. If you want KPIs, if you want to know how what is KPI, see this is the KPI key performance indicator. If you learned MBA, it might have you might have raised this thing key performance indicator. In Power BI desktop, you can create KPIs days. In visualization formula, in visualization form, there might written KPI. So if you just click on the KPI once, then it will show KPI here, and you might show what you might see. You can see what is the KPI for the particular chart days. So that is the KPIs. That is the example I'm saying here. They are important for dashboards and KPIs. Okay. Here, what is the question? I'm just giving some tips for you guys. Aggregate functions you use it in almost every report, and second tip is they are more important for dashboards and KPIs. What is the important for dashboards and KPIs? Aggregate functions is. Now we are explaining about aggregate function only, right? So that is the important for dashboards and KPIs. Okay, don't get confused here. Learn that syntax carefully. Okay, you need to learn that syntax carefully, guys. That syntax is nothing but it's a formula, guys. Syntax is a new word. Don't get confused here. Syntax means it is a formula, guys. We are written some formula, right? Total sales equal to something, and average of the students and equal to something, and those are called that's formulas, guys. So syntax is nothing but it is a formula, guys. So learn that syntax carefully. So practice with real data sets. This is the most I like this one. Practice with real data sets. Because in companies they are usually to ask you the questions in the real data sets. Yes. So if you practice well in the real data sets, then it might work for you guys. Guys, if I have already said right, if you want any interview questions like that, you can ask in the comment box, guys. So finally, I'm giving conclusion here. So today we are learned what is aggregate function, right? So for conclusion, I will write here. So don't get confused, guys. So finally, I'm concluded that today we learned what is aggregate function. So what is aggregate function? Okay. And another point is some function. What is some function and how we can write some function, average function, and prepare the interview for this one also. This now I'm preparing right some average function. You have write this one some average count function, maths function. Now mean function. Okay, creating measures in Power BI. I have already said about this also. Create measures, create measures in Power BI. Okay. These functions help us summarize and analyze data effectively. If you enjoy this class, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Tomorrow we will continue with another important Power BI topic. Thank you everyone. Thank you all. Thank you guys. That's it for today.